So, for the Indiana Fever, this is not good. This is not good news. This is great news, on a personal level for this person. But for the Indiana Fever, it is not good news at all. And you're looking now at some coaching hires. You're looking now at coaching hires potentially for, I'm assuming, the Seattle Storm, because they're the only team with a fired coach. And look whose name is there. Mercury Associate Head Coach Kristi Tolliver, Indiana Fever Assistant Breanna January, and Liberty Assistant Sonia Raman. Other coaches with previous head coaching experience who could be considered are Sky Assistant Coach Tanisha Wright. Please hire Tanisha Wright. She was terrible. Please hire Tanisha Wright. She was terrible. Wings coach Latricia Trammell. I actually don't think she was a bad coach. Former Wings coach. And I don't think she's a bad coach at all. But Breanna January. Breanna January, if you guys don't know, is the defensive coach. She is like the defensive coordinator. It's not necessarily that she's a head coach or she's even close to being the head coach. Like, Austin Kelly is second in command for that team. And I think everybody knows the hierarchy when it comes to the Fever. Like, Austin Kelly is 2, Steph White is 1, but Breanna January is one of the main defensive coaches, if not the main defensive coach. And for me, that's a kind of key thing for the Fever. Because if the Fever lose Breanna January to a head coach job, which I'm not out here saying she doesn't deserve, by the way. Like, I think Breanna January will, whichever team hires her as a coach is going to get a good coach. And look, there's only so much you can say where it's like, on a personal level, you kind of hope that she goes and gets her job and is able to, be a head coach in a league where she has been she was a player for a long time. A player till recently-ish. Like, she's still in her 30s. And obviously a young coach. And maybe on a team like the Seattle Storm, if they're trying to rebuild, I think you go young. But there are players like Kristi Tolliver. Or not players, she's coaches who have a lot of experience. Again, Kristi Tolliver is a 2-time WNBA champion. Played with the Sparks, played with the Mystics. Actually, she's in her 30s as well. Her 30s as well. And is the associate head coach of a better team than the Fever. So, maybe. Just maybe, we get to see something. But it's going to be a tough one. Like, that defense that the Fever play, quite a bit of that is down to Breanna January. Quite a bit of it's down to Breanna January, and I don't know. I just don't know how the Indiana Fever are going to be able to not function. I think they're going to be fine, but like, losing a coach like that can harm your team. Like, there's no way that losing Tyler Marsh and Natalie Nakase has not negatively affected the Aces. There is no way. There is no way that it didn't affect the Aces in a negative way. You can argue the severity of it all, but it 100% affected the negative, or the Aces in a negative way. But yeah, like, you know what's going to happen, and that's one of those bad things where it's like, we might, like, the Fever aren't going to lose Lexi Hull, but if other teams want her contract goes up because she's restricted free agent. Because she's restricted, if somebody wants to, I'm pretty sure if somebody can give her an offer of a max contract, and then we suddenly have to match it to keep her, which I don't think she's worth, but I think the Fever might, just on a 1-year deal, and then maybe see if she goes and takes a cheaper deal after that, because I think Sophie's probably going to play for the cheap because of how much money they make in endorsements. Like I wonder how much money the likes of Sophie, the likes of Kelsey Mitchell, the likes of Lexi Hull, the likes of Aaliyah Boston are making on endorsements. I'd say it's a pretty decent chunk of money. But yeah, it's a tough one because the Indiana Fever, and that's one of those things where I know how Denver Nuggets fans feel. Every time one of your role players hoops, you just know that like you just know there's a chance when your role player hoops that they're gone the next season because another team's going to overpay. And when your assistant coach, not quote unquote hoops, but like does a really good job, there's always the possibility that that another team is going to go and take them, and I think that's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing for your franchise. And look, if nothing else, if working with your team has gotten them into a better job, Steph White might be able to get a hell of an assistant coach as well. But yeah, it's a tough one. Look, she hasn't got the job yet. And let's just pray they offer Tanisha Wright, because I was about to say because of the what Nneka Nwumeke said about last season only playing for a coach that is of the same gender and race as herself. But at the same time, Chrissy Tolliver and Breanna January, I don't know who Sonia Raman is, but the two of them match that, I think. I don't know what I clicked just there. But yeah, hopefully. Sonia Raman. Okay, no, Sonia Raman does. I don't know. I don't know if Sonia Raman fits the ethnicity profile that Nneka Nwumeke will play for. I actually have no idea. I don't know about her at the end of the day, when it comes to Nneka Nwumeke, I think the what a coach looks like rather than the level of the coach means more. And when you have a player like Nneka looking to play, if you're trying to win a championship, you're not gonna not do what your best player wants. But yeah, it's a good situation for Breanna January, and if she does end up getting a head coach job, best of luck. If she doesn't get a head coach job, let's go and win the 2026 championship after we win the 2025 one, and then we go to three-peat in 2027 in Juju Watkins' rookie year, when everyone's talking about Juju Watkins, but the Aces Fever are actually going to three-peat. But anyway, I'll see you guys.